This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. On Friday, July 1st, 2022, the United States Embassy in Nassau celebrated the 246th independence anniversary of the United States of America on board one of the U.S. Navy missile destroyers while docked at Prince George Wharf right here in New Providence. U.S. Charge d'Affaires Yusha Pitts and Admiral Darrell Cottle jointly hosted the event, welcoming nearly 150 guests representing the government, business community, and civil society to the celebration, including Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism and Investments and Aviation Chester Cooper, Chief Justice Sir Brian Maury, and Minister of National Security Wayne Monroe. The Americans celebrated their long-storied history under the theme From Sea to Shining Sea. After a flag ceremony conducted by the U.S. Marine Corps, Deputy Prime Minister Cooper talked about the close relationship between the United States and the Bahamas. During his remarks, Admiral Cottle observed that the common belief in the rule of law and democratic values are at the core of the Bahamas-U.S. relationship. Charge Pitts celebrated the Bahamas' embrace of democracy. The evening's festivities also featured the national anthem of both the Bahamas and the United States, sung by Royal Bahamas Defense Force Band Director, Chief Petty Officer Matthew Roll. From the police, in crime news, 3 males and a female are in custody on Grand Bahama after they were allegedly found in possession of 2 unlicensed firearms, ammunition, and a small quantity of suspected marijuana. Police say 3 adult males, 2 residents of Seagrape 8 Mile Rock and another resident of Faith Avenue right here in New Providence were stopped shortly before 12 a.m. on Sunday when a team of officers from the Predator Unit conducting patrols in the Seagrape 8 Mile Rock area observed them in a cream-colored vehicle acting suspiciously. The officers stopped the vehicle, ordered them to exit, and conducted a search with negative results. The officers then searched the vehicle and discovered a black Kel-Tec assault rifle with a magazine containing 10 live rounds of .223 ammunition and a Smith & Wesson .38 revolver with 7 live rounds of .38 ammunition. Additionally, a small amount of suspected marijuana was also found. The men were subsequently arrested. A short time later, a female went to the 8 Mile Rock police station. She was also taken into police custody. Investigations into this matter continues. When it comes to politics in the Bahamas, third parties like the Bahamas Constitution Party, the BCP, continue to find it difficult to break the stronghold of the 2 major parties, namely the Progressive Liberal Party and the Free National Movement. In the September 2021 elections, again, none of the third parties or independent candidates won a seat in the House of Assembly, and a vast majority lost their deposit. The Bahamas Constitution Party, led by S. Ali McIntosh, joined forces with other parties to form a coalition, but did not attract the masses. We asked Ms. McIntosh, where does the BCP and the coalition party go from here?
The Bahamas Constitution Party, well, let me first say that the July Institute has been pushed forward as the primary speaking voice for what needs to be said in the country at this time. When the time is right for the political machinery, of course, we have determined to go forward again. We will do that with the cooperation of all other third parties. So conversations are being had at this time in many quarters in this regard, but we have not formally met to solidify all the things we're doing. We are just talking at this point.
Despite these struggles, Ms. McIntosh went on to say that third parties have a meaningful role to play in the political landscape of the Bahamas.
But we do believe, and third parties exist for the fact that, number one, we bring the best agenda to the table for the governance of the nation. Most of the big parties take the agendas of third parties and put it in governance. But beyond that, what third parties are about is making sure that the feet of government always stays to the fire, that there is a push for institutional integrity, and that we don't allow the big parties, because they are just fighting among themselves, to miss out the people and the good governance for the people. And so we continue that fight. It will continue because we want to make sure that the Bahamian people get good governance as an institution and not just as a sidekick.
compared to the PLP with 52.5% and the F&M with 36.1% of the vote in the 2021 elections. The newly formed Coalition of Independents led all third parties with just 6.7%, followed by independent candidates with 1.9% and the DNA with 1.3% of the vote. The PLP secured 32 seats and the F&M 7 seats, making up the 39 representatives in the House of Assembly. In addition to the independent celebration, there is a buzz around town as the Bahamas national men's basketball team, led by NBA star Buddy Hield, gets ready to host the Dominican Republic tonight as they try to qualify for the World Cup. On Friday, we heard from the players and coaches. In this next report, we hear from some of the sponsors that will make tonight's game happen. Entering the weekend, the Bahamas national men's basketball team competing in the FIBA Americas qualifiers for World Cup 2023 needed to win one of two games in order to advance to the next round of the qualifiers. And on Friday night, the Bahamas secured that victory by defeating the U.S. Virgin Islands 97-80 on the road to move one step closer to qualifying for the World Cup and ultimately the Olympic Games. Buddy Hield led the way with 24 points. Kentuan Smith had 17. Franco Miller had 16. Michael Thompson 13 points. Tonight at Bahama, Team Bahamas will host the Dominican Republic at 7 p.m. When we last faced the Dominican Republic in February, while on the road, they beat us by 25 points, 65-90. So as we say here in the Bahamas, we owe the Dominican Republic men's basketball team a good cut skin. Bahamians and residents are asked to support Team Bahamas at Bahama tonight with the home court advantage. Already, there are a number of invaluable sponsors supporting the team, including Bahama. Senior Vice President Robert Sandy Sands says Bahama is thrilled to be a part of tonight's big game.
Bahama is very proud to be a partner with the Bahamas Basketball Federation's FIBA and the Ministry of Youth and Sports as we announce this World Cup qualifying basketball game. When the minister called less than 10 days ago to make this happen, we jumped through proverbial hoops to make this event and venue available, and I'm very happy to say that it will be, and in a world-class condition. Sports tourism is an integral part of the marketing offerings that we have here at Bahama and will continue to help to propel the Bahamas as a leading sporting destination and also as a leading tourism destination. And we look forward to a very successful basketball game.
Oak Tree Medical Center is the title sponsor for tonight's game. CEO Christy DeVoe, a former junior national basketball team player, says Oak Tree Medical is honored to assist Bahamian athletes at this national level.
When the invitation was extended for Oak Tree to sponsor and to support the Bahamas Basketball Federation and the World Cup qualifiers, we said yes. Because we know firsthand the transformative power it has to change lives and build community. Oak Tree Medical Center stands with the government of the Bahamas, NGOs, and corporate Bahamas to support men and women making a difference in our beautiful country. We wish the BBF organizing committee much success, and I can't wait to see Coach Yo on the sideline coaching on Monday, and to see events like this get the support and the funding needed to really help our talented athletes get the exposure that they need. Oak Tree is delighted to be here, and we invite everybody to come out with their Bahamian flags and support Team Bahamas on Monday.
This reminder on tickets for tonight's big game from Secretary General of the Bahamas Basketball Federation, Jarrell Mullings.
Tickets are still available at bbfbasketball.com, and yes, tickets will be available for purchase on-site on game day. There is limited seating, and the tickets are selling fast. Bahamians and residents, buy your tickets today and come dressed in your aquamarine, gold, and black. Doors open at 6, and tip-off is at 7 p.m.
The Bahamas national men's basketball team versus the Dominican Republic tonight at Bahama. Don't forget to bring your cowbells. And that'll do it, folks, for your JCN Evening News. Once again, I'm Jareno Saunders. Thanks for joining us.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.